Sup guys, going to break down all 3 trailers for Team Super Heroine. I know Yuri and Mai have been announced a while ago, but I started out analyzing trailers by team at first, and well, their full team never got announced until now, so here we are. So let's go ahead and start off with Mai. So first of all, she has her down 4B command normal back. It hits twice, first hit is a special cancelable low, and the second hit knocks down and is not special cancelable. So how's this good for Mai? Well, let me explain her current combo route in 14. She has a target combo which is close B into D, and conveniently you can string a light normal like crouching B for a 3-hit confirm. The only downside to this is that you have to be within close normal range for the target combo to work, so if you get a far B instead, then you're not going to get the target combo. So if you're playing Mai and you're trying to get a confirm from a poking distance, your best bet is crouching C. Now obviously, since it's only one hit, you don't have time to confirm into a quick max or Ryu Enbu or throwing a fireball to keep them at bay, but with down 4B you have plenty of time to make that decision, and because it's a sliding command normal, you're always going to be within range for whatever you're going to combo into next. The next change I want to draw attention to is this combo right here, the C version of Ryu Enbu into the EX Cartwheel Super. So this change is going to seem small at first, but once you gather all the facts, it's actually pretty significant. So check this out, EX Cartwheel Super does 13 hits by itself, so if you combo crouching C into the hard version of Ryu Enbu, that's 3 hits. So if you add 13 you should get 16, right? Wrong, you end up with 14 hits. So what happened? Is our math wrong? No, it's not. It's a game design flaw in where a couple of the hits of the super doesn't connect, so you're missing out on damage. And also notice she ends up on the other side, so it's like a reverse corner carry, right? You carry them to the corner, but you're the one who's against the wall. Now you can roll over to the other side to maintain the corner, but you lose out on the Oki setup by doing so. So unless your super is already in the corner, then you have to pick and choose your benefit and lose out on the other, and that's one reason why nobody uses this super in 14. The other reason is because it does less damage in combos, but you want to know what's weird? EX Cartwheel Super does more damage than the Fire Pillow Super, so why does it do less damage in combos? It's not because of scaling, it's because the opponent is floating too high when juggled into the super, which causes some of the hits of the super to whiff. Now if you go back to the trailer, you'll notice a couple of differences. So first of all, mine doesn't end up switching sides at the end, and second, the opponent is kept very low to the ground compared to 14, so I'm willing to bet you that all of the hits connected. So the 2 problems I just demonstrated to you about the super in 14 are now fixed in 15. So again, it's not the most glamorous change compared to a new special or climax animation, but it's a pretty big deal because it makes this super more relevant. The last change with Mai is another minor but good change. So in 14, if you try to combo her cartwheel super and then advance cancel it into the fire pillar super, you have to input the fire pillar super in the opposite direction because she ends up on the other side. Now this can really trip you up if you're trying to do this combo and you can't tell if you're all the way in the corner or not. In 15 you don't have to worry about this nonsense because there's no side switching going on, so you don't have to deal with the confusion of which way to input the next super. So let's talk about Yuri. There's only one change in her trailer worth discussing, and that's the return of her down 4B command normal. Unfortunately, they don't even show if you could combo into this move or special cancel from it, but if we go by O2UM, she should be able to. It did have limited combo potential, at least compared to a modern KoF game. So close C into down 4B for example doesn't combo into any of her specials even in the corner because of the insane amount of pushback. You can only combo into a super here. Another property that it has is that you can special cancel from it even when used as a standalone move, which is uncommon for command normals. Right now in 14, Yuri doesn't have a command normal that she can combo into and then special cancel from. So having this command normal back to fill that void is great, but we just need to see if she can combo lights into it and what specials will work off of this command normal. And that's pretty much it for Yuri. Unfortunately, they showed off some really cheated combos in this trailer, but otherwise she looks pretty much the same as she did in 14. And finally we got one of my favorite characters, Athena. She's got a new design, special effects on her attacks look good, but what about her gameplay changes? So first up, she now has her Psycho Shoot projectile back. This is a second projectile that is separate from her Psycho Ball. In comparison, it starts up much slower than her Cycle Ball, but it launches the opponent on hit, so you can follow up afterwards. So the interesting thing about this move is that in the older games, Athena's moveset would alternate between having Cycle Shoot or her Command Grab because they both share the same motion, which is half circle forward punches. But this is the first game where she's going to have both moves, so I'm curious to see what motion they're going to assign to Cycle Shoot. Either way, this returning special is a major selling point of this trailer because we already see it being put to good use. So in this first example, Athena combos EX Command Grab into Cycle Shoot, which launches them into the air, giving Athena enough time to do her teleport and then end it in the DP. So in this second example, we see the EX version of Cycle Shoot. It starts up much faster than the regular version, fast enough for you to combo off of close C, but it retains the launching property of the regular version. It's 2 hits and it gives you plenty of time to follow up. So let me show you what I mean. So look how Athena is already in neutral position and Rio isn't even launched yet. And then she does the Cycle Ball. So notice by the time Cycle Ball hits Rio, Athena has already recovered. So, as someone who's played Athena in all the games, I have no doubt in my mind that she could have gotten way more off of this combo. She could have gotten at least one more Cycle Ball and then end it with the heavy version of DP. And then super cancel that DP into Shining Crystal Bit. But nope. We're gonna get a shitty combo because that's what SNK does. So this next part is not specific to Athena, but it's the first time I've noticed in the trailers that a character can combo into the armored blowback. So let me show you what I mean. So here you see Athena using close C on Rio, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. You can see she activates the armored blowback and it combos. So this has some pretty wild implications because this armored blowback mechanic, I originally thought it was just going to be a reversal or defensive mechanic that gives you a combo afterwards, but now it's been revealed that you can combo into it, which makes this a new universal combo tool. But me personally, I think it's hard for me to imagine what scenarios you would use this over EX special that grants you a juggle property, but it's too early to say, so, and we don't have enough info to speculate on anything, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. So speaking of red max cancels, this is the first trailer where I've seen a character combo into a red max cancel from light normal. So let me show you right here. So Athena does 2 crouching Bs, then activates the quick max, right, or the red quick max, whatever it's going to be called in this game, and then does a full combo off of this. So in 14, comboing into quick max was a very powerful combo tool because you could start a combo with a light and then you end it with an EX super, and that's easily 40 to 45% depending on your character, and we haven't seen the equivalent of this type of hit confirm in 15 until now. But sadly this combo is a pretty pathetic demonstration if you're using 3 EX moves. Like, I can give you a better combo in 14, but at least we know that we could still combo lights into some sort of major hit confirm in 15. And then finally we have a semi-new climax animation. Semi-new because the initial hit of this climax has changed, and there's additional animations with the hop over, the teleport, the cute pose, but the final part of the climax is pretty much the same. So in 14, her climax animation started off with a DP, like so right here. So pretty simple, right? And then separately we have a Chinese trailer that confirms that the climax starts with a projectile, which is good because Athena's DP is very vertical, making it tricky to combo from mid-screen. And in fact, you can even get an unclean version, which means you just get the DP without the rest of the climax animation. So changing it to a one-hit fireball is going to ensure that the entire climax is going to hit more consistently, and plus you can probably make use of it like in a full-screen fireball war. So pretty good change for Athena. Alright, so overall final thoughts. The changes to all 3 characters are good, even for mine, Yuri, who, they barely got anything new, but hopefully there's just more changes to those 2 than what the trailers have shown, because SNK's annoyingly reserved about showing what's new or even showing the entire moveset. Like for example, King of Dinosaurs, we see a new EX move, right, the DP, but we don't see the regular version of that move. And for Athena, we don't see Cycle Reflect, even though we know she's gonna have it. Aside from that though, if we're just trying to focus on just the positives, it seems like characters in general have been given more combo tools. So 14 has been already trying to do that with the quick max mechanic, but not everyone has equal access to the same combo tools. So allowing Clark, King of Dinosaurs, and Rio to combo into the commando ones, and then special cancel from them are just a few examples of 15 granting more flexibility to combo. So at least by the time the game comes out, I feel like it's going to be more fairly balanced, but more importantly, every character is going to be fun to use. But what's going to happen with Kenzo and Chin? They're staple characters who have appeared in almost every KoF since the beginning, so it's hard to see a game without those two. So will Chin team up with Tung and Gangyo to form, Team Old Men or Team Masters without Takuma or Heroine? Will Kenzo team up with a couple of other Chinese characters like Mui Mui and Mian to form a new Team China? It's really hard to say, but anyways, that's it for this breakdown. Until next time.